Evening and welcome back to the Redwood podcast. I'm your host for this one instead of Josh. It's me, Pipe Sergeant Max Smith, and tonight we're honoured to have with us our own Pipe Major, which is actually a 2025 World Champion in the Novice A category. Um, Josh won on Friday at the World Championships. We were all competing there, and of course, his band came out on top in Novice A. Um, so it is an incredible achievement at a young age as well to have won a World Championship. I'm sure it means a lot. So Josh is with us. How you doing after Friday?
Oh, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be on the show. Yeah, it's definitely different as well to be on this side of the call. I've not been interviewed too many times, so it's quite a surreal experience. But yeah, happy to talk about it. It's absolutely like I've not even processed it myself. Winning the World Championships is such like a crazy achievement. Like I've not even processed like we are world champions. Remember, I went back to school today, and I got told because we had obviously the higher like senior people school had an assembly today, and then they also were telling us like, oh, the band will be mentioned in the assembly. They've got like all the pictures. Also like, I've got my assembly tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun. Like everyone in the school just ready to see an absolute pure belter, me alone, the band picture. It's not a very pretty look for me. I'm absolutely buzzing, but yeah, it's a surreal experience to be crowned as world champion. It's absolute like the honor is so high as well. So it's absolutely brilliant. I'm absolutely buzzing about it.
I did get to. I was lucky to watch your band perform as well as Novus B. But we know who should have won Novus B. We won't go into that. Um, it was a pleasure to watch your band perform as well. You did perform here and deserved the win. But my first question to you is the moment them results were read out to every piper and drummer, there was about 1,000, probably more than that. Was it 7,000 pipers and drummers there? Um, and so when the results were read out for Novice A, um, what was the process through your mind? What was going on when you found out
Yeah,
that you won?
yeah, it was absolutely crazy. I remember standing next, we're just talking now, and then um just talking to people next to us that are from like North Lanarkshire schools. And then also it's like, oh yeah, we're getting at the end of Novice B. So it's like I went back with the band, and the band's been runner up ever since 2018. We've been second place at the Worlds. So then it got announced where George Watson's came first in drumming, and we thought second. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, second again. And then they said like what? Never even said West, said what, and we all went absolutely mental. Like jumping up and down. People were crying, like we were going absolute mental. I remember like I ran straight over to it was a big group, we're all like jumping out together. It was like with like Chris and all that, like I was going mental. I never even heard the whistle. It was just heard like what. I went mental. And I was just running over, just like going absolute mental. And then my mum and my little brother's only like 5, so he doesn't even know what was going on. He just knows like loads of bagpipes. And then he running over to him and was just like giving my mum a hug and like going absolutely mental. Then obviously like just going about like just like absolutely just hugging everyone, just like, yo, we did it. And it was like, oh, surreal experience. Like it was mental. Like every time you even think birds in my head, like it just brings a smile to my face. Like it's absolutely surreal. It was probably the highlight of my pipe band's career so far. It's surreal.
Perfect. And what do you think were the key factors to winning the Worlds this year?
Aye, definitely. I know final tuning, like 6 people, not even six, I think 4 people got dropped. So that's also a factor. That also people aren't getting to play. And then Also, it's not so much the factor, but also dropping people was a thing because also you can't really play if people aren't either like rush ahead or people aren't getting the tune right, especially on final tuning at such a huge event. That's a factor they're getting dropped. And then as well, being like sensible with your pipes. So that day, me and my friend went through like on a train at 7:30 in the morning, and we were like proper keeping our pipes like safe because obviously you can't be walking about with set pipes on your back. That scorching sun, like so definitely being like smart as well. Not obviously that week going out blowing your pipes for hours. You'll just be smart. I had a key because we're all also you need to keep your pipes good. So I think that all played a huge part. Because if we all went about or left our pipes all in the sun and then went up and played, like who would knows if we even had a band to God knows. So I definitely think obviously if the weather just keeping our pipes in good kind of like good maintenance and then just being smart and obviously enjoying it as well. That was a pure goal. Also, if you don't enjoy it, then your performance is going to lack if you're not in that mood and enjoying it. So I'd say those are pretty big features there.
Perfect. You talk about players getting dropped. There was a few in my band. It was for the better. But the thing with the pipes, they're such a temperamental instrument that anything at any second can go wrong. Up to final tuning, you could be the best piper on the park, and then something will happen before you're about to go in the park. You get dropped. That is piping. But were there any specific moments during the season that you yourself knew that the band had a potential to win the Worlds?
Any point in the season, like, uh, definitely, I think. Winning the Scottish Championships, that was a huge thing for us. See, take a nice picture there. Winning the Scottish Championships, that was a huge thing as well. Like that we knew that also if we could go on, play that good and win at the Scottish by especially if I think we won by like 6 points, which is a huge deal because normally bands are like four or even like 2, 3 points away off each other, but we won by 6 points at Scottish. So we were thought like right, if we can go and give a performance like that, what's stopped us from winning the world? So that's probably one of the main things there. Winning the Scottish, that definitely gave us a good confidence boost. I think dropped straight back there after we got sixth at the Europeans, but it just shows you can definitely turn the band around. Like going from sixth, go from first to get sixth at the Europeans to going and winning the World Championships. It's crazy. So I'd say that's definitely the key factors that brought us up and gave us a good boost to go for that win.
Perfect. From what I heard as well, it was definitely well deserved. Obviously, in your Novice A band and Novice B, there's a lot of young pipers that are starting to come through the ranks, and there's a lot of young pipers that were there on the day um, in other bands. And I even noticed some kids that aren't in a band, that don't even play pipes, that were dressed in kilts, walking about with fake pipes and drums. What would be your advice, coming from a world champion? What would be your advice to these kids that hope one day to be lifting that trophy that West Oven Schools did on Friday?
Um, you got to practice when you first start out. If you don't put in effort when you first start, you're not gonna be able to get that. Uh, you're not going to be able to raise that trophy if you don't practice. Practice is everything. I know when I first started, I never like I was after. There was another pipe major, Greg Canning, who took the band when I joined, so I was learning under him, and then we switched midway through COVID pipe majors. And then as soon as we returned back to school, I just like for like a good year, I never practiced whatsoever. I never brought my chanter to my lessons. I wasn't even on the pipes at that point. I was just about to go on the pipes and then never practiced one bit. And then that put me back like for a good year there. I just never did anything. And then I don't even know what happened. Hit high school and then just went straight into the pipes after 3 months, going from the chanter to pipes and then I think 4 weeks after get not even 4 weeks, like 2 weeks after getting my set of pipes playing in the band, and then it was competing novice B, going up to novice A, and then going to win the world championships and a Scot, so we're now Scottish champions, and then into world championships, all because I just really practice. Like practice will do you so good. It's the hardest thing to do is starting an instrument. If you start a new instrument, especially if you don't play any instrument like it, I know like it's going to be so difficult, but see once you get past those initial stages, once you know the scale, you know your grace notes, you can actually read music as well. Um, it gets so much easier. Like I'm telling you, just really stick at it and do not give up. Because I was 2 days off giving up before Paymaker told me not to bother coming back to my lesson. So do not give up, especially because it will be really hard. Your mouth and stuff when you first pick up the chanter to learn to play, your mouth's going to get sore. It's just because you're blowing. It's a new thing. But practice is everything. If you practice enough, you're going to get really good, and then it gets so much easier. Like just honestly, just practice and keep at it and don't give up. It will take time, but just keep practicing.
Some great advice there. From a repertoire sort of things from your band, without going into too much detail. Can you tell us a little bit about why the tunes that you play? Is it an MSR you guys were playing? There was too many bands to watch, I forgot. So in that MSR, why are the tunes selected as they were? Is it to do with confidence as a band, or is it just does the pipe major just enjoy the tunes? What is it? What's the story behind it?
Well, that's a hard question there. Should like um I don't well first of all our MSR is Donald McClellan of Rossi as the March, or Strathspey is Captain Colin Campbell, and then the real is Colonel MacLeod. I mean the tunes fit together really nicely if you play it well. The march is it's a lovely march. It's aggressive. It's not too hard to play, and it sounds a wee bit it's not like a generic easy march. It sounds a wee bit difficult to play, especially when you get to that third part. And if you properly express it as well, it's a lovely tune. And then going from that into the Strathspey, it ends on a B. The Strathspey starts on a B. If you can keep the blowing up, it's like such a nice transition over to the Strathspey. Um, I don't know too much why the tunes were picked. I probably because the transitions were really nice between the tunes. The Strathspey is really nice. It's got a nice tempo. It's got a nice, you know, it's an overall nice tune. Especially that third part. If you play it right, it goes really nice as well because it's a very very dot cut on that third part, and then the last part as well is really nice. And then going into the reel, like it's a nice switch as well because it's in a different key. So I'm pretty sure it's a different key. Yeah, it's really nice there. Just the switches between the tunes, all the breaks into it. But yeah, it's a lovely reel there. And then the reel has a wee rundown when you finish the first two parts, and then on the last part has the same rundown when you finish as a complete dead stop. If you get that dead stop off good, you're sitting there with a cracking MSR. I know even in the solos, like I was playing a different march, the Marchioness of Tullibardine. I've switched it back to the band MS, not the band MS. I switched it back to the band March because it's a lovely cracking march. It sounds good. It makes you feel good if you can play it right and come off with that because you're not playing a dead easy MSR that you can pick up within 5 minutes. It takes time to practice it, especially to get it all good. So I think that's as much as I could say about the MSR there, Max. Max isn't too busy on his phone.
No, sorry, I'm a busy guy, you know. Right, I forgot what question I asked there, so we'll let that slide. Um, I've got a couple more questions for you. Um, what are your ambitions and your goals in the band? uh, come next season? And where do you see yourself in the band next season?
Well, hopefully I see myself playing in the band for a start. I love the band. The band is going to be I'm pretty sure if they're 100% positive, the band's going to be moved up to juvenile, which people say you are the best band in novice A. How have you not been moved up to juvenile? So the band's probably going to get moved up to juvenile after winning two majors and one um minor. So, my ambitions for the band, I would love to see the band win again because also I'm 14, but I've only got two le years left of school. I'm in S4 now, so I'm 14, which I should have 4 years left in the band going by my age. But I've only got 2 years left because obviously I'm in S4, so I could only play the extra 2 years. So I'd love to see the band win. I would love to win with the band again, and when I leave as well, I would love to still help out with the band and still be able to, when I'm competing, still be able to see that band compete. From an overall point, just for the band, is to play in juvenile and especially we're gonna have novice B players coming up from novice B to juvenile as well, which is gonna be, it's gonna be hard for them, but I think, we could definitely crack it. So it'll be really interesting. I'm really excited to see where the band will come. But yeah, that's it for me.
Perfect, thank you. My last question to you, in some respect, it's way more off of the topic of the world, but what are your favourite tunes? Have to ask it.
Right, I'll give you a wee rundown here. So, I myself, I don't say I have a favorite. I'll give you a couple good ones that I like, a wee story behind them. So, Max, how would they sleep there? Right. One of my most favorite tune would have to be it's a hard one. I really, really like nice reel that the band actually played when I played up to Juvenile called Short Coated Mary. It's a reel, it has a reprise with it. It's absolutely cracking tune. With that paired with the reprise, it's the harmonies flow. It's a lovely tune. Dovecote Park is another one. I really like Dovecote Park. They 6/8 harms as well, just flows perfectly. A really unpopular opinion. I love Highland Laddie. Like great 2/4. Like everyone's like, oh, Time Trial Laddie. I was like, love Highland Laddie. It's not great. It's a nice upbeat tune. Raigmore as well. One of my favorite hard pipes. Jimmy's Gift. But if I had to put it, my favorite tune. My favorite tune to play anyway, Blackie McLeod. It's a great tune. It's dubbed as one of the hardest tunes, but I can crack it. It's a good tune. Also you have sweets as well. My favorite sweet rolls around it. It's either the Beaches of Harris, the Steamed Red Tamale, or right now my favorite sweet is called The Journey to Sky. It's a cracking suite. The 78 Fraser Highlanders played it in their concert live in Ireland from 1986. It's a cracking suite. It's not hard. It's a nice simple suite, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And as well, with that drumming as well. It's absolutely brilliant. But then you've got some really nostalgic tunes as well, which I love just because of nostalgia. I remember this is really nostalgic for me. There was a tune called Moonstar, which is a 4/4 march. And if you can play it nice and slow, you can play it as a 4/4, but it's a gorgeous tune. I remember hearing my pipe major play it on the chanter. He's like, how you feel this for the next season's repertoire? I'm like, that's a cracking tune. Yes. So I remember all I used to play was Moonstar. I had this friend from my old school as well, who sadly I don't get to speak to anymore. He has moved on, but me and him used to just sit and play Moonstar together all the time. So that's a very nostalgic and even emotional tune for me. Every time I play, I always think of me and him playing it together. But yeah, it's a Moonstar's a cracking tune. I also have probably other nostalgic tune is. the blackberry bush. It's a dot cut reel. And I remember I was sitting in art class back in all the way back in S to the start of S2 in art class, sitting listening with my headphones on. You know, because it's obviously don't talk. I don't talk to anyone. Just sit, listen to my bagpipes in class. Just sit do the work. I'm terrible at art, by the way. Like absolutely terrible at art. Like terrible. And I remember sitting listening to that over and over again. It was the summer. We're about to break up, and listening to that reel all like 24/7. It was a lovely reel. So yeah, that and Moonstar, those are very nostalgic. Get emotional every time, even if I sit and play them. It's like off tunes, but yeah, but yeah, back on topic. Favorite tune. Those were my favorite tunes right there. Absolute bangers. And then my favorite tune to play would probably be Black Emma Cloud because it's really hard and nobody else that I know can play it, and I can just flex with everyone else with it. So hopefully that is good for you there, Max. Again, Max has got.
Sorry. I'm just posting the new TikTok on the Redwood page, so if you've not saw it, have a look. Um, right, well, Josh, thank you. That concludes the interview. Thank you for going into depth with how your band won the World Championships this year. And hopefully you will be as successful next season. Um, Congratulations once again, and you'll now be back over onto the side I'm on next week for the next interview. Um, and watch this space. Big one coming in the next couple of weeks. Watch this space. But anything you want to finish on, Josh?
I was like, whew, it's definitely nice to be interviewed. Definitely keep out because obviously, if you didn't know, I have my own socials and I have my own podcast that I had, and obviously I broke it up for a while because I was farming redwoods. I was actually here's a wee sneak peek for you of what I was going to do. So my original idea, I was going to bring out an album filled with all my tunes that I wrote, some of my favorite tunes, and then it ended up going a different direction. It's like Max was like, "Let's form a band." I was like, "There you go, that tops my album idea." So definitely look out on my channel. There'll be some views going up. So like, just go plug my channel right here. Yeah, follow me on TikTok as well. There'll be some not
Do you
posted right
know,
now, but yeah.
do you know what, when you say that, right? I know we spoke about this in the first episode we done, how we came up with the band. It was crazy. I was actually sitting, I was lying in my bed in Spain, and I was like, listen, the Edinburgh Fringe is coming up. We need to get a group of us to go out busking or something. And then it came to my idea, was like, hold up, we can form like a little band just for the Fringe. So I messaged Josh, and he was like, let's do it.
Hmm.
So all night we were messaging back and forth, trying to come up with names. We came up with a name which we won't mention. Um, and then I said to Josh, listen, what's one of the tunes you've composed? And he said Redwood. I was like, listen, Redwood pipes and drums. That that's nothing will beat that. And now we're here, and it's crazy that from lying in my bed in Spain,
Yeah.
in Mallorca, um, to know where we are now. Potentially, first band practice will be very soon. Um, Lots of events, parades in the works as well. And we can't forget the winter and Christmas concert. Did
Hmm.
not think that would be happening, but it is a pleasure to be where we are. Uh, and there is no better job than piping that, so you'll agree with me.
Oh yeah, 100%. Full. So to everyone, even if you're not a piper, definitely just go follow your passion. Like even with me, I've got like jobs lined up. Also, I'm gonna be leaving high school soon in 2 years. So even to now, I've got my like opportunity to go work at the National Piping Centre. Well, for my work experience, I've got that, and then in the future, hopefully get into work there as well. So definitely, if you have a job, like it's not that's not really a job for me. That's my passion. I love my piping. So yeah, there is no other job like being a bagpiper because everyone knows when you blow your pipes, especially your neighbours.
That's very true. Very true. And you can see my TikTok comments don't like when I play outside. Oh, I feel sorry to be your neighbour, blah blah blah. But slam is the biggest one about that. Constantly commenting on my videos. I wonder if Slam, whoever this person is going to come over to Redwood now and start commenting on every single Redwood video. We'll soon find out. But Josh, thank you very much. We'll see you back over my side of the interviewing next week. And once again, congratulations, and we'll chat soon.
Yep, thank you very much.